welcome, on behalf of the organisers, to the 25th anniversary now of this festival for Mind, Body, Spirit here in London. It's a real pleasure for me to introduce our guests from the United States, Richard and Tara Sutphen. They're from Malibu in California. Lucky people, very pleasant place to live. In the 10 years I've been coming to this festival, I've gotten to know them pretty well, and they're two of the most pleasant people you'd ever hope to meet. They're certainly the easiest people that we ever have to deal with as an organisation. Regression expert. His wife Tara is also an occultist. In fact, she's got some of her books down the back. She's just discovered some in this country called Blame It on Your Past Lives. Richard is also the author of a number of books, none of which are here, unfortunately, but there are some CDs down on the table. Richard is going to lead off, so will you please join me now in welcoming our guest from the United States, Dick Sutphen.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Appreciate it. There's more interest in healing than anything else we've been doing here. So, thank you for coming. How many people, I'd like to get an idea before we begin, how many of you are here for personal healing opposed to learning the techniques? So personal healing you'd like to work on? Would you put up your hands if so, just so I can get a feeling of it? And then, how many are here for the fact just learning some of the techniques and using them? Okay. Oh, well, everyone. All right. And for any other reason that I'm missing? Okay. To see me? Bless you. Bless you. Okay. We do a seminar in Sedona, Arizona. Sedona is a vortex energy center. And we do a psychic seminar there at least once or twice a year. And the results are incredible because we have all of this energy that enhances the psychic abilities of people, healing, whatever it may be. So over the years that Tara and I have been doing the seminar, we've always incorporated healing. And we have also attained some incredible healing results. And as a result of that, and people hearing about that healing, we developed a 3-day healing seminar. And so now it's an annual event that we put on there in Sedona. And so, when Graham was asking us what we would like to present here at the festival this year, we said, well, we could certainly do a much condensed healing seminar. I thought we had 4.5 hours. I thought until last night we had 4.5 hours. And I realized they cut us back to 2.5 hours on this one. So Tara and I have been trying to figure out what would be the most value to give you in the 2.5 hour time that we have. I felt 4.5 was cutting it down to, to the bare bones. But I can share with you some of the thinking and the techniques that have worked very well for us. We use these techniques ourselves, of course, with our own family, with our own friends, people close to us. But we've also worked with them now for many years with other people, and we see the value. So what I'd like to present, I'm going to talk about it for just a minute, and then we'll start right off. But the first time I ever did really seriously worked with healing with someone else, I just basically received, I feel from Spirit, that I was to work with the blue healing ray. To draw down the blue healing ray, allow it to enter the crown chakra, on the crown chakra of spirit, on the top of the head, and then to build that energy up to the full extent that I could. And I'll do that with you in just a few minutes, where you just build it until your hands become very, very, very hot. And when the energy has built up, then there's a laying on of hands, either on your own body or on the body of someone else, and the release. And it is a powerful technique. And so we'll work with that. I also feel that when you're working with healing, you need to approach the subconscious mind from as many possible perspectives as you can. So Tara will be doing it's almost like a meditation journey where she takes you through a healing process where you're imagining yourself being healed through the process. This is another way to program the subconscious mind. My work, basically, I guess most of my adult life now, has been in regard to mind programming. And mind is all important when it comes to healing. And then I'll use, as the final session we do here today, I'll do an etheric body modeling session that I feel is very powerful. It's occult technique, and it's a little different approach to healing. So that's my plan on squeezing it all together here. Your physical body wants to be well, but it's often your mind that is diverting it from this normal condition, because being well is the normal condition. Now, research has shown that your state of mind, more than anything else, is going to determine how healthy you are. And this, of course, has a great, great effect upon the actual healing process. Even back in the old Hermetic philosophy, you're going to find that it states that negative mind is a breeding ground for disease, dis-ease. And in other words, most physical problems are emotionally induced. In other words, they started out mentally and they became physical in time, over the years, over the lifetimes. They became physical. But the good news, as far as I'm concerned, being someone who works all of the time in programming the mind, is that what mind has created, mind can change. Mind can change. You can, if you haven't gone way, way too far with the dis-ease, you can heal. You get involved in healing yourself, and you can see literal miracles take place. We do. We see them. We've experienced some ourselves to some degree. Now, everything we experience is karmic, beginning with the thoughts, of course, that we think. The thoughts that we think are creating the karma that we experience tomorrow and the next day. From a karmic perspective, of course, you and you alone are responsible for everything that has ever happened to you. Everything. You've created it. And when it comes to healing, since you're the cause, hopefully, ideally, you'll be an active part of the process rather than a passive part of the process in healing. And I'm sure most of you, judging from the amount of hands that were up wanting to be able to use these techniques with others, I'm sure you already have a pretty good background on most of this. Forgiveness is a key part of the process. It's a key factor in any form of healing. And when I speak of that, I'm talking mental, emotional, and physical. So if there is someone in your life, if there's a negative relationship that needs to be healed, if there's a negative relationship even from the past that is still pulling on you, then during this workshop, I hope you become aware of that if you were not already, and realize the importance of releasing this energy that is binding you probably to another person, and in so doing, freeing yourself of the negativity. To heal, you need to free yourself from as much negativity as you can. All kinds, mental, physical, emotional negativity. Critically important in the healing process. Healing occurs from a metaphysical perspective now. Healing occurs on 4 levels or planes. And the highest is the spiritual plane. Number 1. Number 2 is the mental plane. This is the level of thoughts in the mind. Number 3 is the etheric plane, the level of emotions. And number 4 is the physical. Now, of course, if you go to the medical doctor, chances are he's only working right here. My doctor is at home. He just operate or give you pills, give you drugs. I'm sure everyone in this room knows that's just not the way it should be working. It's not what we need to do. Metaphysics also teaches that there are 4 bodies of man simultaneously coinciding in space. Now, the physical body, of course, is what we're dealing right here and now. We're all familiar. It's on the physical plane of existence. The etheric body, though, the etheric body maintains a perfect model of the physical. For those of you that have ever really studied esoteric metaphysics, you're already familiar with this. in metaphysics, in spiritual healing, we use the etheric body, which is also sometimes called the vital body in esoteric metaphysics, as a perfect model. And we consider the importance of all four bodies in activating and maintaining the subtle body system, physical system, mental system, spiritual system. So the etheric is the model. Although we age, although we may get sick, the etheric is the perfect model. Coinciding in space, which I know becomes very difficult for people sometimes to grasp. But we're dealing with energy. Healing is manipulating energy. We are energy. If I had a tuning fork up here right now, you're all familiar with the tuning fork, and someone back here hit the tuning fork, my tuning fork is going to start to vibrate. We are all like tuning forks. We all have an energy and a vibration, and when we're in the range of each other, we are affecting each other. And going back to Einstein, coming up with E equals mc squared. I've said this, I think, for some reason in each of the workshops I've been in. But what this amounts, what he said was that matter is energy. We appear solid. This appears solid, but it's not. We are vibrating within a particular vibrational rate. And it all breaks down to atoms and on down, smaller and smaller. It's all vibrating, according to the physicists, according to the scientists. Nothing is really solid. Nothing. And so what the cutting-edge physicists are saying right now is that this appears, our reality, appears to be more of a thought form than anything else. That's as close as they can come to it. And of course the mystics have been forever saying we live in a world of illusion. So I would say the scientists and the mystics are pretty much in agreement today. So here we are. We're vibrating on at a particular rate, just like on a radio dial. You turn the radio dial to 95.2, and there's a station. It's coming in. We don't see it, we don't feel it, but it's here. And all you need is a little receiver to tune it in. Then you tune a little way up the dial, and now you get up to maybe 103.4. Here's another station, another reality. Einstein and his cronies and most of the physicists today feel that different realities exist on different levels of vibration. So we're all here playing a game called life to live and to learn and to go through the process. And hopefully, I think, maybe increase our energy or refine our energy as we do. So what we are is energy. Energy is non-physical in nature. So we are really non-physical. We need to harmonize the energy within us, and we have that ability. We can work, we are human beings interacting, as human beings, we're interacting with energy. Your energy. You're working with other people. You're involved with other people. It's an exchange of energy. And so maybe to help understand the four bodies of man, you can just imagine, here you are at 99.5, and maybe the etheric body is right here at 99.6. Spiritual body's higher. Just different vibrational wavelengths, but it's all you. And hopefully this makes it more realistic when it comes to the idea of healing. Realizing what you have to do is manipulate the energy, balance the energy, tune the energy, focus it, and then use what we are given. And miracles can happen. I guarantee you. I'm sure many people in here, we could spend the rest of the afternoon just exchanging stories of what people have been able to do with the healing. So, you and I are energy interacting with energy. The fact that you are sitting next to another person, they're close to you, there's an exchange, a huge exchange of energy going on right now between you. And if you're very empathic, if you've tuned into that, you're picking up on everything that's going on in the person next to you. And if they're having a hard time, you may feel yourself going, But when you realize the reality of that, it should encourage you in regard to being able to use these processes to heal. To literally, harmoniously work with the energy. At the same time, you protect yourself as well by staying away from negative people and negative environments. So, I want to begin by exploring this blue healing ray, just as a process. You can call it meditation or hypnosis or whatever you want. There's only one place you can go. Hypnosis, meditation, and altered state, they're all the same thing. Trance, they're all exactly the same thing. They're simply a matter of lowering the cycle per second activity of your brain, your mind. And in so doing, you relax and you unwind and you open. And at this level, you are at least 25 times, most people in this room would be far, far beyond that, up to about 200 times as open to suggestion. In other words, if I were to give you a suggestion right now and you're wide awake, it would have hopefully some power if it was the sort of suggestion you wanted to hear. But when given to you in an altered state of consciousness, in hypnosis, in meditation, the suggestion can have up to 200 times the programming power. It is really, really effective. And it becomes more effective each day that you use it. So what I'm doing here in what I'm going to share is I'm giving you a model. This is a model. You don't need my words. You can simply alter consciousness however you care to do it. Sit down, breathe deep, count backwards. But give yourself these kind of suggestions. Imagine, as I'm having you do right here. Once you've experienced this, you can use it. You've got it. And you can use it with others as well. So, what I would like to do is I would like to have you breathe deeply for the beginning. Yeah, you can put your stuff on the floor. And breathing deeply, most of you already, I'm sure, have your own techniques, but if you don't, it's a matter of taking a very deep breath in, holding it as long as you comfortably can, and then letting it out through slightly parted lips. And when the breath is all the way out, contract your stomach and push it a little further out and further out, and then repeat the process. This is diaphragm breathing. It's very, very effective at relaxing your body and mind. And I'm going to relax your body. And as I do, I'd like you to play the role, play the part, feel your body relaxing. And then there will come a time where I'm going to, when I've completed the body relaxation, I want to move through your chakra energy centers, the 7 centers in your body. And so this is a short process, but we've found that the healing is greatly accelerated when we use a technique like this. So just imagine, to the full extent of your ability, this blue energy just moving through the body. First it'll be white, then I'll be changing it into a blue. But feel each part of your body. Imagine a balancing and an energizing taking place. And then I'll be counting you down. I'll be counting you down into the altered state of consciousness. And I'll be going number 7, deeper, 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 down, down, down. And as I do that, visualize yourself going down. Visualize yourself. Any situation that is pleasing to you, in which you, in your mind, see yourself going down. All right, now breathe deeply. I'm going to put on a sound in the background. It's a sound we call the zapper. It's a technology that almost immediately alters consciousness. But I still want to go through the entire process with you so you have it. But the sound is theta waves combined with a diminishing delta pulse. So it's very, very relaxing. And it will induce the altered state of consciousness. So let's breathe deeply now. Close your eyes. And just completely let go. Slow down your thoughts. Slow down your thoughts. When an outside thought comes into your mind, simply brush it aside. Tell yourself, I'll deal with that later. And then return your mental focus to the sound of my voice and to relaxing your body. Breathing deeply and relaxing completely now. So relaxed and so at ease. So relaxed and so at ease. Quietness of spirit to come in. And now, imagine a relaxing power coming into the toes of both of your feet at the same time. It's moving right on down into the ball, into your arches, into your heels, and right on up to your ankles. Completely relaxed, completely relaxed. And now feel the relaxing sensations move on up your legs to your knees. Relaxing all the muscles as it goes. And on up your legs now to your thighs and to your hips, permeating every cell and every atom. And you're relaxing completely, keeping your full attention now on relaxing your body and on the sound of my voice. As the relaxing sensations move on down into the fingers of both of your hands, relaxing your hands, and feel the relaxing sensations move on up into your forearm and on up into your upper arm. Your fingers and hands and forearms and upper arms, and now just completely relaxed. And the relaxing sensations move on down into the base of your spine. Imagine a warmth at the root chakra in the base of your spine. And this warmth now begins to move slowly up your spine, up your spine, up your spine, and into the back of your neck and shoulder muscles. And the back of your neck and shoulder muscles are now loose and limp, loose and limp. Just completely relaxed. And now feel the relaxing sensations move on up the back of your neck and into your scalp. Relaxing your scalp. And it drains down into your facial muscles, relaxing your facial muscles. Now your jaw's relaxed. Allow a little space between your teeth, and your throat is relaxed. And your entire body is now relaxed all over in every way. And all tension is gone from your body and mind. All tension is gone from your body and mind. And in just a moment, we're going to begin to open and charge your aura by drawing a beam of iridescent white light down from above and directing the light through your chakra energy centers. So imagine this light, created with the unlimited power of your mind, a thin beam of shimmering white God light coming down from above and entering your crown chakra of spirituality on the top of your head. Now this is the universal light of life energy, and you feel it stimulating your crown chakra, which is purple in color. So now vividly visualize a swirling vortex of purple as the light opens, balances, and charges the chakra. Perceive the purple color, opening, balancing, charging. And the light is now moving on down into your brow chakra, located in the center of your forehead. Your third eye brow chakra is to be visualized as a swirling blue-violet vortex of energy. This chakra is the seat of your mind, representing thought and the ability to manifest reality. So sense the opening, balancing, and charging that's taking place. Visualize now the blue-violet color in the center of your forehead. Opening, balancing, charging. And the light is now moving on down into your throat chakra, which is to be visualized as a swirling silvery blue vortex of energy. This chakra is the carrier wave of the basic elements and the sense of sound and voice. Sense the opening, balancing, and charging that's taking place. Visualize the silvery blue, opening, balancing, charging. And the light is now moving on down into your heart chakra, which is to be visualized as a swirling golden vortex of energy. This chakra represents the qualities of air in your personality and the physical sense of touch. Perceive the opening, balancing, and charging that's taking place. Imagine the golden color, opening, balancing, charging. The light is now moving on down into your solar plexus chakra, located at the level of your navel. This chakra is to be visualized as a swirling vortex of energy, several shades of red in color. It represents the characteristic of fire in your personality, plus the sense of sight and the assimilation of food. So sense the opening, balancing, and charging that's taking place. Visualize the several shades of red around your navel. Opening, balancing, charging. And the light is now moving on down into your spleen chakra, located on your spine just below your navel. This chakra is to be visualized as a swirling vortex of energy in a rainbow of color. It represents the characteristic of water in your personality and the fluid functions of your body, including the sense of taste. So now sense the opening, balancing, and charging that's taking place. Imagine the rainbow of color, opening, balancing, charging. And the light is now moving on down into your root chakra at the base of your spine. This chakra is to be visualized as a swirling vortex of energy, red and orange in color. It represents the characteristics of earth and the solid elements of your body, and it's associated with the sense of smell. So perceive the opening, balancing, and charging that's taking place. Imagine the reds and oranges, opening, balancing, and charging. And your chakras are open, balanced, and charged, thus expanding your aura and attuning you to the subtle vibrations that allow the reception of subjective awareness. And now, as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice, you're beginning to go down, 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 deeper and deeper down. Imagine yourself going down. Number 7, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 6, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 5, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 4, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 3, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 2, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 1. And you're now relaxed and at ease. And you feel deep. But let's go down a little deeper now. Deeper now. Imagine yourself going down. Number 7. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Number 6. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Number 5. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Number 4. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Number 3. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Number 2. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Number 1. And you're now relaxed and at ease. And it's time to vividly imagine a bright blue light, the divine healing ray. Now imagine this light coming down from above and entering your crown chakra of spirituality on the top of your head. Do this now just as you did the white light a few moments ago. Create the light with the unlimited power of your mind. Imagine it. Feel it within you. Experience the light, intense, shimmering, iridescent blue light. Draw it down. Drawing it down from above, and you feel it begin to flow now through your body and mind. Flowing through your body into your heart, nurturing your heart and releasing all tensions as it pulses through every cell and every atom, permeating your life force with divine healing light.
So draw it down. Draw it down with the unlimited power of your mind. See it in your mind. An intense, shimmering, blue healing ray. Drawing it down. Filling your body to overflowing. So now all on your own, take a few moments to vividly visualize and experience the light. The light releases all negative blockages, and the healing energy flows through you. Healing, energizing, healing, energizing. The blue healing ray now courses through your body and mind, releasing your life force. Healing, energizing, healing, energizing. And your body now has the ability to heal itself if you respond with the proper nourishment, care, treatment. Within you lies a natural healer, and by combining imagery and a life-affirming attitude, you can draw upon your untapped potential to manifest physical miracles. And the following positive suggestions will be communicated to every level of your body and mind. And they'll be accepted on every level of your body and mind. You ask it, you beseech it, you mark it, and so it is. Your immune system is in perfect balance. Your coronary arteries are clear and open, supplying blood, oxygen, and nutrients to your heart. Your faithful bodyguard cells seek out and contain or destroy any abnormal cells in your body. The healing light within you nourishes your healthy cells. Your liver functions at full capacity, detoxifying impurities and reactivating the enzymes essential for healthy metabolism. Your digestive system functions perfectly, fully digesting your food and supplying your system with essential nutrients. You find it easy to adhere to a diet and lifestyle that supports a healthy body and mind. You now release all disharmonious emotions and replace them with an accepting, harmonious attitude. You experience a sense of security and express a positive outlook, which helps you to maintain a healthy body. Every day, in every way, you find it easier to express your feelings and emotions. You now accept yourself and others without expectations or blame. You give up the need to manipulate or control anyone else in any way. You are balanced and harmonious, and every day in every way you become a little healthier. And these suggestions have been communicated to every level of your body and mind. And so it is. You are worthy and deserving of your own highest good, which begins with perfect health. Perfect health. And it's time to use visualization to communicate your desire to every level of your body and mind. So vividly imagine yourself in perfect health, Imagine you are fully healed. Experience your reaction and the reactions of others to your healing. And visualize you doing the things you want to do, healed and healthy. Now your subconscious mind is a picture consciousness, so it responds best to visual images. So visualize your health, your state of mind, your emotional state as being exactly the way you want it to be. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments. Visualize what you desire. You have just seen your own reality. You are healing. You are healed. And your body is filled with the blue healing ray. And you're centered and at peace with yourself, the world, and everyone in it. But I'd like you now to continue with this process by vividly imagine this blue healing ray coming down from above a little more and a little more. And I want you to feel it moving through your body. Feel it moving down through the chakra energy centers and back up. Feel it filling your body and mind to overflowing with this blue healing ray. Feel it, and as it intensifies in your body, as your body fills with energy, feel it moving on up your spine, off into your shoulders, and then down your arms into the palms of your hands. The light is concentrating, it's gathering in the palms of your hands, and as it does, your hands become a little warmer, and eventually hotter and hotter and hotter. So now bring down the light. Vividly imagine the light. Feel it entering your body, filling your body to overflowing now. Feel it move through your body, this intense divine healing ray, the blue light, moving through your body, up into your shoulders, down your arms, and into the palms of your hands. And as it moves, as it concentrates now, your hands become hotter and hotter and hotter as your body fills with blue healing energy. Feel it now. Feel it filling your body more and more and more of the blue healing ray. Draw it down. Your mind is literally unlimited in its ability to create this reality. It becomes reality. The power of your mind. See it. Use it. Draw down the light. The divine healing ray. Blue light. And it fills your body and mind to overflowing now. Feel it. Feel it moving through your body, moving up into your shoulders, down your arms, and concentrating in the palms of your hands. And your hands are becoming hotter and hotter and hotter as you fill them with blue healing light now, concentrated energy. You absolutely have the power and the ability to concentrate this energy, this blue healing energy, in the palms of your hands. So do it now. Do it. Focus upon the light. Literally feel the light move through your body, building up now, intensifying, literally filling your body to overflowing as it moves down your arms into the palms of your hands. And your hands become hotter and hotter and hotter as they fill with this concentrated blue healing ray, the energy, healing energy. Feel it building in the palms of your hands. Building now. Building in the palms of your hands. Your hands become hotter and filled, literally filled with energy. And in just a moment now, on the count of 3, I want you to touch that portion of your body in most need of healing and to release the energy in the palms of your hands. So if you simply need emotional cleansing, then you'll simply touch your head and release the energy into your head. But if there's a portion of your body in need of physical healing, then lay your hands upon that portion of your body and release now on the count of 3. All right, now preparing. The energy continues to build, intensify. Your hands are hotter and hotter. And on the count of 3, you will release the energy. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Place your hands upon the area of your body in most need of healing and release. Release. Release and be healed now. You are healing. You are healed. Be healed now. You are healing. You are healed. 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 And now I'd like you to chant along with me, silently in your mind. Simply chant along with me. I am healing. I am healed. 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 That's right. You are healing, and you are healed. You have the power and the ability to enhance your own healing, to accelerate the process of healing. And you do this now. You do this now. And I'd like you now to take a few moments to visualize another mental movie in which you see yourself as healed. The mental state, the emotional state, the physical state that you desire to personally experience. Do this now. Vividly imagine the way you want it to be. And you have just seen your own reality. You absolutely have the power and the ability to heal yourself, to enhance and accelerate the healing process. And this is what you do. And you have the understanding of a technique now which you can use every day if you desire to do so. The power of working in an altered state of consciousness is incredible. You could duplicate this session, and you can add to it some of the other techniques we'll be sharing with you in this workshop. All you have to do is to alter your consciousness very much like I did with you, and to imagine what you've just experienced. And each time you do it, it will become more powerful, more effective. But now, it's time to come on back up. On the count of 5, you will open your eyes and be wide awake, fully alert, thinking and acting with calm self-assurance. Your head will be clear. You'll be thinking and acting now, confident of your healing. Coming on up, fully awakening on the count of 5. Number 1, feel the lifeblood returning to your arms and legs, your body and mind. Number 2, you're coming on up a little more, and at peace with all life. Number 3, continuing to come on up now, sensing an internal balance and harmony. Number 4, recall the situation in the room. And number 5, wide awake, open your eyes and feel good. Wide awake. Okay. Welcome back. Everybody here? You all look stoned again. Boy, some of you really go down deep, man. I was worried about coming out there and catching you as you went out of your chairs. All right. That's one technique. It's an easy technique to do on your own. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. When we're doing the healing, as I said, I like to approach healing from many different perspectives, because the subconscious mind can be a little dense, and it's the subconscious that seems to take the programming and invoke it, so to speak, and to help generate this the effects that we desire. When you can visualize what you desire, the subconscious mind is the portion of us that will take this information, and what it needs to do, what it automatically does, is it creates an outer reality that matches the inner programming. So if you've programmed yourself negative, or if you're in an environment where you're always in negativity and you're in a turmoil in here all the time, well, then it's going to match the outer reality to that inner programming. Now, this is not conjecture. This is being proven again and again and again in the research that's being done around the world. The mind can affect the body in its simplest form. It can change. You can slow down the breathing, change the heart rate, alter our temperature. These are easy experiments. Tara, you're going to be called up here in about 1 minute. Are you leaving? Okay, quick. I was just about to say, and here's my wife as she leaves. So, the mind can affect the body. A technique like the one that we just did. Even if you've never done this before in your life, if you were to do that, to replicate that in your mind for 2 weeks, you will reach your natural level, your natural altered state of consciousness level. It'll probably be considerably deeper than what you just experienced just now. And that's when you'll start to see the effects. Sometimes, some of you are somnambulists. Some of you are going so deep right now, I could give you the command, and you're really experiencing it. Everybody is affected by what you heard in this session. But after about 2 weeks' time, it starts to kick in. And it depends upon what you're dealing with as to how much programming you're going to have to do. But it will enhance the process. Now, I would also have you vary that programming with a process like what Tara's going to do. And then I would have you add to it with this etheric body modeling, which I'll demonstrate in the last session that we're going to do. But while she's out of the room for a minute, does anybody have any questions about what we just did? Yes, sir. Ideally, it doesn't matter when you do it as long as you don't fall asleep. Subconscious mind tends to be programmed very quickly. So if you fall asleep once, then pretty quickly it's going, oh, okay, alter state work, asleep. So I tend to be better off doing it in the morning. But also there's other kinds of programming you can use, like with the zapper sound that you're listening to right there. As I said, this is a theta wave and alpha waves that are all built together, and then it's got this delta pulse. So it's very quickly altering consciousness. Now, I will listen to it when I'm writing. I'm a writer, so I will listen to it, and I go into trance as I write. But if I'm working on something, I will then, whatever it is that I'm doing while that is on, that sound is on, I will give myself suggestions to that effect. Let's say I'm cleaning the garage, something very mundane. I might put that, and I want to work on healing. I would put that sound on, and I would say, as I am now healing, I am healing, I am healed. Every day I'm getting healthier. Well, I might phrase it to relate directly to the problem that I'm dealing with. But, so you see, you can use these things in different ways. You could also add suggestions to something like that. You make your own tape, put a sound like that on, add whatever suggestions. Let's say you're working on gallbladder. Then add a lot of positive gallbladder suggestions and just have that on the background. Then listen to your own tape. And then you don't have to do the work. But it's not that much work to count yourself down, to relax your body, and so on. If you make a tape, then you also use it as sleep programming. Go to sleep with it, because there's another powerful way to use it. And at sleep, you're probably not visualizing yourself as we do in a regular hypnosis session, but you have to go through the same mind levels. So those are the levels you want to go to for powerful hypnotic programming. Yeah. Well, at 20 minutes for a session is more than adequate. If you could find 20 extra minutes a day, if you're serious about healing, you ought to be able to find that much time. But again, I would vary it. I wouldn't do the same programming session every day. I would imagine something like what Tara's going to do with you, which is we're going to do the Healing Sphere, which is the last CD she did. So you visualize almost a story, like one day. You do this another. Personally, if I'm working on something, like when I drive my car, then I'll use subliminal suggestions. You can't listen to something like the zapper when you drive your car. Whatever you do, don't do that. Oh, my God. 87 car pileup on the M5. No. So, but I'll do that. See, I'll use it as I go to sleep at night because that takes no energy. So now there's another maybe 20 minutes of programming. I don't know how long it takes you to get to work, but you can listen to subliminal suggestions as you go to work. There's a lot of different, we have them, other people have them. So you can get a lot of sessions in a day, but take that 20 minutes to do a hypnosis section or deep meditation session, however you see it. Okay. Yeah, I'll do one more, and I'm going to bring Tara up here. Yeah. Phobias are not as easily resolved as some of the direct healing. Hypnosis, if you read about it in the professional journals, they'll say, well, it doesn't work very well for phobias. In other words, if I say you're not going to have the phobia any longer, that suggestion isn't as effective. But it's very effective if you imagine yourself, whatever the phobic situation, you desensitize yourself by moving toward it. Let's say you're fearful of flying. So you imagine just watching airplanes and feeling relaxed as you watch them. Maybe you imagine driving to the airport and watching them taking off and landing. Visually, vividly, getting into it and imagining it. And eventually, then you're on the airplane and you imagine yourself going up in a flight and it's perfectly relaxing for you. You don't feel any snags at all. This sort of programming is very, very powerful because the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between fantasy and reality. That's the main thing we know about it for sure. There's been extensive work done to prove this. So it's programmed almost as effectively by fantasy as it is by reality. So that's why we imagine things always as if they were already accomplished. Whatever it was we wanted, it were already so. Okay, I'm going to bring my wife up here in a minute. She is, any of you that know about Tara, she is an incredible psychic. She is an esoteric astrologer. She does automatic writing that we've been together for about 18 years now, and so we have a lot of years of looking back on to just see how accurate she's been, and it's absolutely incredible. So she's a writer. She's got her own book back there. We found a stash of them here in England, so we said, well, put some out. It's out of print in America, so that's the only chance you'd have to get them. Okay, anyway, she's my best buddy, too, my wife, Tara. I left you my watch.
Thank you. I forgot my watch today. I'm really bad at the time thing. Anyway, yeah, there's enough room if anybody wants to lie down to go right in. Any questions before I start? Okay. Okay, close your eyes. Make yourself perfectly comfortable. Just completely relax. Breathe deeply and relax completely. Breathe through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Very deeply, very, very deeply. And feel calm and peaceful, relaxed and at ease. Calm and peaceful, relaxed and at ease. Breathe deeply and relax completely. Breathe through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Very deeply, very, very deeply. And feel calm and peaceful, relaxed and at ease. Calm and peaceful, relaxed and at ease. And now, imagine yourself outside in the country on a clear summer night. The sky is full of stars, and it feels good to be here. You feel safe and secure as you look up at the blanket of stars. You hear the sounds of the night. Imagine this very, very vividly. Be there. It feels so good to be here looking up at the stars and enjoying the night. And it's now time to draw down the universal energy of the stars. So please imagine yourself drawing down the light, drawing down the energy of the stars, the positive powers of the universe. Perceive this energy as being drawn down in the form of an illumination that enters your crown chakra on the top of your head. So do this now. Actually draw down the energy and allow it to become your reality. The universal energy of the stars. Draw down the light, the positive powers of the universe. Let it happen. Let it be. Drawing down the universal energy of the stars, the light of the universe. And you are now filled with light. And you look to the eastern horizon to see the sky becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. And as the sun rises, you offer thanks for all you have and all that you may become. And the sun is now above the horizon, and it feels warm on your skin, energizing you, filling your body to overflowing with light and energy. And the sun acts as a battery, recharging your body cells. The sun has healing qualities and distributes a complete band of psychic healing energy, providing a rich treatment source for many human ills. So you welcome and absorb the morning sun. Sensations of peace and well-being permeate your body and mind. And as you look off at the distant horizon, you're fascinated by what appears to be a pillar of light forming a few yards in front of you. You feel safe and secure as you observe this beam, this circle of light, about 4 feet wide, forming before you. At first, it is just light blue against the blue sky, hardly discernible. But as you watch in fascination, the color becomes more and more intense, a translucent blue. You can see through the illuminescence to the distant horizon. But at the same time, this tube of light seems alive, shimmering and flickering. As you look up, you see that the tube of light is descending out of the heavens. But why is it here? What are you supposed to do? You're hesitant until you hear an inner voice say, "Step into the blue healing ray." A healing ray. You think about it for a few moments before acting. and you decide to act. You know you need healing, emotional, physical, spiritual. We can all be more than we are on all levels of body, mind, and spirit. So you take a few steps forward and into the blue beam of light. And as you step into the light, you feel a current of tingling cosmic energy permeate your body and mind. It feels wonderful. And as you look down at your physical body, you realize that you're several feet above the ground and rising higher and higher and higher, being drawn upward within this pillar of light, higher and higher and higher, rising up into the heavens, higher and higher. And you're enjoying this pleasing sensation as the earth is now far below, and you continue to ascend higher and higher and higher up into the ethers until you find yourself entering a sphere of light. For a moment you feel disoriented, but your feet are again planted firmly on something solid. And as light diminishes, you come to realize you're in a circular room, and before you stands a woman wearing a white tunic and a friendly smile. "Welcome to the healing sphere," she says. "My name is Cassina." You want to ask her where you are and how this can be. But before you can form the words, she answers saying, "I can read your thoughts." The healing sphere exists in another dimension of time and space as you perceive them. The sphere is the center for light beings of the etheric world who desire to directly assist humans who have the awareness to come here. You wouldn't be here if you were not already a light worker. Your mind has no trouble accepting this. But before you can ask more, Cassina says, "The regeneration chamber within the sphere will eliminate any physical discomfort you're feeling. There is no gravity, and discomfort fades away as you bathe in the multicolored healing lights and sounds. At the same time, you're being physically and emotionally healed. The light and sound will flow through your body and mind, opening your body meridians, balancing and charging your chakra centers, filling you to overflowing with healing energy. And during this process, your emotional concerns will fade away to the point that upon awakening, you'll easily put your concerns into their proper perspective. There are no more questions in your mind. You decide to accept what is being offered and follow Cassina down a corridor, through a door, into a room that's about the size of a small bedroom. "I will step outside, but I'll communicate with you mentally," she said. "Within a few moments after I close the door, you'll become weightless. It will take you a few moments to adapt to the anti-gravity environment, but I think you'll find it very stimulating. Are you ready to proceed?" You nod in response. Christina smiles and closes the door. For a moment or two, you stand looking around at the environment. And then, to your surprise, you are no longer standing upright, but tilting over at an angle and at least a foot off the floor. Are you all right? You hear Christina's voice in your mind. You decide that you feel comfortable, but this experience is beyond anything you could put into words. You're floating. And as you rise up to the ceiling, you realize that the ceiling is padded, as are the walls and the floor, tuft padding in 12-inch squares. And upon touching the ceiling, you drop back down just a little. So go ahead and play with this weightlessness all on your own. And as you do, realize that any physical discomfort is fading away, fading away, fading away. And your physical body is feeling better and better as your discomfort is fading away. Your physical body is feeling better and better, better and better. Christina's voice in your mind says, tiny beams of intense healing light will now begin to emit from the floor and ceiling and from the walls all over the room. You find yourself in a cross pattern of colored light, and at the same time you'll experience healing sounds. So just relax, float, and experience the healing. You mentally send Christina thank you as you notice that the buttons between the squares of padding are actually light. The intense blue light is emitting from the four corners of every square of padding. You're literally floating in a cross pattern of laser-like blue beams. Fascinated by this experience of floating freely within this three-dimensional checkerboard of light, it takes you a moment to notice a new sound, a sound that touches your soul, relaxing you even more, as it heals you, relaxing more and more. As you are healing, you are healed. physical and spiritual healing. You hear Kasina in your mind. Blue lowers blood pressure, slows respiration and brainwave activity, allowing you to deeply relax and be healed. God comes on the blue ray from the blue sky, bringing peace and tranquility and healing for all who open to their potential. Visualize the blue and absorb its healing properties. You're floating, and the lights are now changing to green, soothing your body and mind, and stimulating positive intellectual activity. The vibrational frequency of green expands awareness and promotes harmony, sympathy, balance, and new beginnings. Visualize the green and absorb its healing properties. And the lights are now changing to yellow, the color of the wisdom principle, which heals as it assists you to draw in soul-mind awareness of how to best assist yourself in healing with the healing process. Visualize the yellow and absorb its healing properties. And the lights are now changing to orange, the color of courage and vitality. Orange fills you with the ability to face any situation and successfully deal with any and all forces and elements. Visualize the orange and absorb its healing properties. And the lights are now changing to pink, the color that opens the heart chakra, the love chakra, while healing you from an emotional level and assuring that you're only surrounded with positive energy. Visualize the pink and absorb its healing properties. And now, as you finish visualizing colors, you realize you are once again standing upon a solid surface, and Cassina is opening the door. I hope you feel as wonderful as you look, she says. You're radiant. Again, she beckons for you to follow her down the hallway to a circular tube with a transparent door. She points to the door and says, "Now if you'll step in here for a few moments, you'll be provided with a sheath of energy that will protect you back in your waking world. Your healing is in process, and this shield will assure that you do not dissipate your positive energy. It will also shield you from all negativity, seen and unseen, and all undesirable forces and elements." So you do as Cassina directs and step into the tube-like chamber. She closes the door, and waves of intense white light begin to wash over you. Circles of light surrounding your body, and they come down from above and seem to dissipate in the floor. One after another, hoops of light dropping over you. The effect is exhilarating. Intense white light that is slowly turning to pink. You watch as light pink becomes very intense pink, and then proceeds to meld into purple. A light purple at first, then more and more intense until it is royal purple, the color of spirituality, the color of master contact and master assistance. Go ahead and experience the light, generating a sheath of energy around your body and mind. And as the light begins to fade, Cassina opens the door and says, "You're now ready to return." As you step out of the tube, she puts out her arms to hug you, and you respond by putting your arms around her and enjoy a warm and grateful hug. And as you release the hug, you realize that you're no longer within the healing sphere, but are descending back to your waking life through the tube of blue light that carried you to the healing sphere a little while ago. Thank you, Cassina. And you mentally perceive a responding message. You're welcome. Come back anytime. You'll always be welcome here. And back upon the earth, you step out of the circle of blue light and into your waking life. And on the count of 5, you'll awaken knowing that your body, mind, and spirit are healing. And you are healing. You are healed. Number 1, coming on back, sensing an expanding spiritual light within. Number 2, you're beginning to awaken and at peace with all life. Number 3, coming on up now, confident in your healing. Number 4, coming on up, recalling the situation and the room. And number 5, wide awake, open your eyes and feel good. Number 5, wide awake. I give you the Cassina girl too, so that you visualize a little bit on somebody else, just on my voice, so you're not being kind of pulled back by me. So you kind of visualize somebody else, even though you know it's me talking. But I try to do little tricks. Oh, yeah. Everybody ready for a break? Okay.
Top of it, right? Of course, on the CD, she's got all those effects. They didn't give us the stuff here, but we could run all those sound effects that she was doing on the CD. She's got all the sound effects built in, so it makes it all the more powerful. The sound she was using behind her, we call a hypnotic ohm. There's a follow response technology, that sound that you hear initially, that just pulls your brain right down deep into the alpha range. So that's a different way to get there. There's so many ways to alter consciousness, and the mind electronics sometimes makes it a lot easier now today, but you don't need any of it. You could imagine a situation like Tara just described. Make it very real. It's a little movie. She did another healing thing because there seems to be more and more interest in the healing. Another one where it's a medicine woman. It's using the Native American shamanism as the basis, but it's an alternative to healing. Program your mind from as many different angles as you can. So, any more questions or comments here before we run I Get You Stoned again? Yes. When is the Sedona seminar? Sedona seminar, I think, is the Healing Tara. Is it in October or is it in the summer? Go to our website, which is just my name, www.dicksutphen.com, and then just Our seminars there. Seminars are there. Yeah, you can just. It's one of the choices that you can make. We're improving it right now. It's October. Mm-hmm. You're going to come all the way across the ocean and come to us? That's great. I'd love to have you. Sedona's like no place else on earth, so it's really an experience. Anyone else? Questions? Comments? How to wake up? Well, we're manifesting the health is the idea of it. And I want to give you another technique right now that I think will help you to make, if you combine it with either of the techniques we just did, I think it will help all the more to manifest what it is you desire. You don't have to use this stuff for healing. You can use it for anything else that you want. But let's just talk here for a moment about the etheric body. There you are, you lie. Oh, I'm really going to be a good artist this way, I can see. Well, I ran out of space. Boom. All right, there's your arms. Okay, now the etheric body is, as I talked about before, this is a session or a technique that you can incorporate with a session to use right along with the other techniques that we've been doing. Your body's made up of trillions of atoms, which are held together by electromagnetism. Now, this is listening to the scientists today. The physicists will tell us this. And when the atoms are disarrayed, why then health problems are going to result. So this session works with the mental level to bring your energy back into balance. We use the blue healing ray, just as we did in the session that I did a few moments ago, and we'll focus upon the etheric body as a model, as a perfect model. Your etheric body, or it's often called the etheric double. If you look at some of the early Madame Blavatsky, the Theosophical Society, a lot of those teachings talk in terms of the etheric double. This is you at your peak of fitness. In other words, it's all you can physically be. Now that body is outside of your physical body. But now this is the perfect model. So the idea here is that you in trance are imagining yourself as part of the perfect body. In other words, you're modeling it. You are becoming it. Because no matter what happens to the physical vehicle here, give him an ear and some hair, the etheric body, which is outside of you, remains the perfect model. And the idea is to just use it and become it. Now, we're talking very esoteric metaphysics here. Although a physical body can have health and problems, the etheric body is always going to remain perfect. So you use visualization and the unlimited power of your mind to replicate this model in your physical. Now, this is an ultimate example of energy influencing energy. And if you don't have a real strong esoteric background, you may be going, okay, sure. But give it a try. Trust. Use it. Use the knowledge. I'd like you to close your eyes. And breathe deeply once again. And all you really need to do this time around is just listen to the zapper sound. Just be with the sound, and you will notice that you quickly, if you're used to it all, the feeling of going into an altered state, you will notice that it will quickly take you there. So just be with the sound. Close your eyes. Slow down your thoughts.
quietness of spirit to come in. Be relaxed and at ease, and your aura remains charged and open. Your chakras balanced and energized. But once again, let's imagine the universal light of life energy flowing down into your crown chakra of spirituality on the top of your head. So visualize an intense, shimmering, iridescent beam of bright white God light coming down from above and entering your crown chakra of spirituality on the top of your head. So now perceive the purple color. Imagine a swirling vortex of energy. And the light flows on down into your brow chakra in the center of your forehead. And you imagine the blue-violet color. And the light flows on down into your throat chakra, where you perceive the silvery blue. The light flows on down into your heart chakra, where you perceive the golden glow. And on down now into your solar plexus chakra, where you perceive the many shades of red. And the light flows on down into your spleen chakra, where you imagine the rainbow of colors. The light flows on down into your root chakra, where you perceive the reds and the oranges. And your chakras are open, balanced, and recharged, thus expanding your aura and attuning you to the subtle vibrations that allow the reception of subjective awareness. And you're relaxed and at ease, and a quietness of spirit fills your body and mind. And we're now going to work together on healing. And we'll begin with the positive suggestions which will be communicated to every level of your body and mind. Now you are open to these suggestions, and you now accept and act upon these suggestions. Your mind is all-powerful, and you now focus the power upon healing. You now heal your body. You consciously and subconsciously choose perfect health. Every breath you take contains healing, pranic energy. Every cell in your body is filled with divine healing light. You are healing. You are healed. From this moment on, you think positive about your health. Your body is rebuilding itself. Every day, in every way, you get healthier. You accept this. You are healing. You are healed. And these suggestions have been communicated to every level of your body and mind. And they've been accepted on every level of your body and mind. And your etheric body always maintains its original perfection. And you can use your perfect etheric body as a model for healing. So trust yourself and visualize your etheric body extending outside of your physical body. Visualize it. Your etheric body is eternally perfect. And now imagine yourself in your prime of mental and physical health. And then perceive the shimmering image of your etheric body, which extends outside your physical body. So do this now. Visualize very vividly. Imagine that within you is the power to reproduce, to literally reproduce this etheric model within your physical body. Use the etheric as your model of perfection, replacing everything that is imperfect in your physical. And you can do this. Use the unlimited power of your mind to replicate your etheric body within your physical body. Do it. Be healed. Vividly imagine the process. And now, to increase the power with which you can align your etheric and physical bodies, let's do an exercise to unblock your natural healing flow, which is abundant. So now imagine once again the light coming down from above, only this time it's the blue light once again. An intense, shimmering, iridescent blue light coming down from above, entering your crown chakra of spirituality. And it begins to flow through your body and mind, through your entire body. And as it does, it unblocks your natural healing flow. So feel it. Feel it. Allow the light to heal you mentally, emotionally, physically. Continue to mentally match your physical body to your etheric body. Become, on a physical level, your etheric body. Do this now. the more you incorporate love and compassion and positive thoughts into your life, the more you raise your vibrational rate, which assists the healing process. And it's now time to invoke the power of a mantra to communicate your wishes to every level of your body and mind. So now say the words along with me, silently in your mind. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. Using my perfect etheric body as a model, I now reproduce this perfection in my physical form. That's right. Using your perfect etheric body as a model, you can now reproduce this perfection in your physical form, which generates healing. And you are healing, you are healed. And it's now time to awaken, remembering everything that you've just experienced. Feeling glad to be alive and at peace with yourself, the world, and everyone in it. So on the count of 5, you will open your eyes and be wide awake, fully alert, thinking and acting with calm self-assurance, and feeling fully refreshed as if you've just had a nice, refreshing nap. And you'll awaken at peace with yourself, the world, and everyone in it, and confident that you are healing, you are healed. So number 1, you're coming on up now. Feel the lifeblood returning to your arms and legs, to your body and mind. Number 2, you're coming on up a little more and at peace with all life. Number 3, coming on up, sensing an internal balance and harmony. Number 4, recall a situation in the room. And number 5, wide awake. Wide awake. Open your eyes. Feel good. Number 5, wide awake. Okay. I want to share I know Tara does too. We had so much that we really would like to be able to share with you here. But these are powerful techniques, and we get a lot of feedback from people, and they work with consistency. What you're doing is you're using mind programming power. It's an incredible power. It's not some abstract anymore. It has been so well proven. The mind can affect the body. And the power of mind programming is in its consistency. Use it every day, ideally, but at least an altered state session, like what we just did, or the one I did with you earlier, at least every other day, 4 times a week. The more you use it, the more effective it becomes. And I don't advocate that somebody remain in trance all day. Obviously, you're not going to get a whole lot done. But the more you use these techniques, the more effective they will be. And I contend that you can accomplish miracles in it. I've seen it. You may not have felt that there was any heat in your hand. I don't set myself up as a healer. But sometimes in Sedona, as an example, one of the last, I think it was the last one we did, we had a man there who was, God, he was 90 years old. He'd badly burned his body. His daughter brought him as a last resort. And so what we did is we gathered everyone in the seminar, which was about 60 people, I think, and we created circles around him, and then we're all touching. And I wanted to do it too, even though I'm leading the session with the microphone. And so I just put my hand on the back of a woman who was on the outer edge of the circle, and I led the session. The same thing that we just did with the bringing down the blue light. And you bring up the energy and you put it in your hands. Well, I didn't feel my hands getting hot at all. But the minute the session was over, the woman turned to me and she went, "Oh, my God, you burned me." And sure enough, it had a big burn, literal burn on the back of her where I'd touched. And I have no more healing powers than you do. I've just used the sessions for a long time, and I found out what works. So even if you're not feeling a real heat in your hands, it's there. There's a very real energy you can build up. And if you have someone that you're working with, someone that you want to heal, then get other people together and one of you lead it. And then you all put your hands upon the person in need of healing. I don't know if they have acrylic photography set up downstairs, but if you want to prove something, do they have one? Okay, you want to prove something to yourself? You go get very quiet, you do the exercise just by imagining it that we just did with the blue healing light. You build it up to where it's in the palms of your hands, and then you go over and you give them your pounds, whatever they're charging, and you lay your hand in that Kirlian plate, and you look at what's coming off your hands. Now, we've done this before to prove it to people. There will be huge emanations of energy coming off your hand when you look at that Kirlian photograph. Now, you release it. Just let it all go, and you go and you have it done again, and you'll find that you'll have probably about this much energy coming off your hands. Guaranteed. It's a good way to prove to people just what they're capable of doing and building up the energy. Now, you combine that with the knowledge that you are energy, and it certainly should be, I would think, a loud message that, hey, I can do these things. I have a very real power to affect my body, physically, mentally, emotionally. Of course, if you don't change the stuff that's going on up here, then nothing's going to stay changed in the physical. You might be able to heal it, but if you don't eliminate the negative, the constant negative input, whether it's coming from you or others, well, the condition will come back again. So you have to approach it from many different directions. You calm it down up here, and you get in a positive frame of mind, and you use these, combine them with these techniques, and it will work. And send me a letter when it does, okay? Or an email. Makes it real easy today because I collect those, and there's a special good feeling when it has to do with somebody really being able to physically heal themselves. We do receive a lot of them, but I don't want to sound like some Pentecostal up here, be healed now. I get close enough to it when I'm raising up the energy for the blue light. So let me know when it works for you. Thank you, folks, very much for coming and being here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.